3 months ago, I made a commitment to make a video every week, and it has been amazing. So this week, I decided I wanted to reflect a little bit on the past 3 months. In the past 3 months, I have made 17 videos that have gotten more than 120,000 views. I'll drink to that. It's been a fantastic ride, and I'm absolutely loving the process, from finding the stories to shooting the videos to editing to learning a little bit about distributing content to reach as many people as possible. So reflecting on the past 3 months, I chose a few things that I wanted to highlight. One key learning, one thing that has really surprised me, and then one thing that I want to improve on going forward. One thing I've learned. One thing I'm learning is how to balance spontaneity and structure in the reporting and shooting process. I love discovering the story when I get to a location. I love going wherever the interview subject wants to go. But what I'm learning from doing so many stories is that unless I come in with a story arc in mind, a structure, unless I know some very specific scenes that I want my interview subject to talk about and go in depth on, I'm not going to be able to hit the self-imposed deadlines that I've set for myself. So I'm learning how to identify the story as early as possible and to iterate that story in my mind as I go. So coming into a story, knowing what I want to get, and then if things change in the interview, constantly rewriting the script of the story in my head during the interview. That way, when I go shoot B-roll, I know exactly what footage I need to get. So it's a delicate balance that I'm learning of having a plan and having a structure in mind so that I can be really efficient with how I create these videos, but also allowing space for spontaneity and the interview subject taking me in directions that I never anticipated going in, because that's often where a lot of the best stuff happens. One thing that surprised me. When I was studying journalism in school, one of the things that frustrated me the most was that I never felt like I could get a sense of how my stories were impacting people. So I'd spend a ton of time on a piece, I'd throw it up on the internet, and then it just felt like it just faded into this massive void, like it was swept away by the wind. I was frustrated by a lack of feedback, and I just thought that was going to be something that I'd have to deal with in the business. But when I started this weekly effort, I came in with the explicit mindset of having no expectations on anyone other than myself. Expectations to create every single week and to get better every single day. I just wanted to experiment, to try things, to get stuff out there. I didn't expect anybody to watch, or I didn't expect anyone to reach out after watching a video. It was all about just me getting better. And coming in with that attitude actually led to something surprising. Now, every time someone does watch, every time someone does reach out about a video I created, I am so grateful, which has meant I've been so fulfilled by all the interactions I've been having with you all online. Reading the comments that come in after the videos has been the absolute best. Whether it's someone sharing a line they thought was funny from the Halloween interview video, or someone sharing their own personal story of tears and hardship in the wake of the Sonoma County fires video, I really have just cherished and been thankful for all the comments and interaction with what I'm creating. Each time you take a couple minutes out of your day to watch a video, to comment or share, react to it, I don't take that for granted. And it fuels me to continue creating better and better stories. So thinking back to my time in school, I realized that any sort of audience a piece that I did had, I was taking for granted. I had the perspective that people owed it a view, or people owed it attention. And that attitude kept me from appreciating when someone did react to it. I was blind to the impact the story was making because I didn't appreciate it. But that will not happen again. And this product of coming in with a zero expectations attitude has led to this surprising fulfillment that I am getting each and every video I put out from the interactions that I'm having with you all. One thing I want to get better at. One thing I want to improve on going forward is continuing to add voices and perspectives into my videos in a way that adds depth to the story, but doesn't make it too complicated. For example, a number of my videos are a profile of a single person, and it's just an interview put to clips that illustrate what they're talking about. That is nice, but I think the next step is to get better at adding different perspectives, whether that's another person or cutting to some sort of live action. But the key will be to add perspectives without increasing complexity, because once you add more voices or you're switching between that A-roll interview and live action scenes, you run the risk of distracting from the main character and the main story elements that you want to focus on. So that right there is my quick 3-month reflection. And I just want to thank you all so much for being part of this journey and continuing to watch and reach out to me. It means the world. If this is your first time watching, my name's Austin Meyer. I come out with videos every Thursday, and so I hope to see you back here next week to see how all these things I want to improve on, all these things I'm learning, to see how these evolve.